Hey guys, this is NHS6. Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. We are now done with Chapter 9 and on to Chapter 10, so let's get started. Alright, here we go. 3 separate islands. Fibernia, Caledonia, and Dia. Dia, not spelled the same way as they listed in the game. All of these islands are rich in mineral resources, and mining has become a large industry. The largest mine is located in Mount Ebricum, in the north of Finerberia. Roy turned his forces towards Ebricum, hoping to gather some information on the bandits. To get to Mount Ebricum, one must go past the castle that is located in Ebricum Valley. Therefore, Roy sent a messenger to Nord, the castle owner, to be granted permission to pass through his lands. Since Roy and company were there because of an official request from Etruria, they didn't think that gaining Nord's support would be as difficult as it was. Oh, come on, look at a guy like that. Look, he's wearing a diaper on his head. Alright! This is a neat chapter for sure. Simply put, the reason why this chapter is cool, I guess the chapter is called Existence Force, as you can see in the bottom, right? This is what's called Chapter 10A. So if you took the left village, you're going to go on the A path, and if you took the right one, you're going to go on the B path. That's basically all that determines that. One of them goes through Sakai, and the other one goes through Ilia, as you'll see later on. But that's not important right now. We'll get to it. But anyway, this is one of the coolest chapters for a couple reasons. You'll see that there are, unfortunately, a buttload of axe users in this level, so probably, I don't know, maybe I'll risk Wendy. I feel like everybody else is getting a little overpowered here, so we'll bring Wendy along instead of Rutger. How about that? Or actually, no, let's see. I want Rutger to come along instead of Deke. That's probably better. And everybody else looks pretty good. Let's make sure that all the equipment is in order. It looks pretty good, except for there's no way that Chad at this stage would be able to wield silver sword, that is for sure. Not even a silver spoon. Alright, so I'm gonna give Saul another staff. Get rid of Lance's killer bow. That's just downright silly. See if we have any more iron lances for him. He's just burning through those. We need to get both of their lance stats up actually, because, well, Alan is C and C, but oh, it's like his sword use is what's worse. That's kind of surprising. Didn't expect that at all. And let's see if we have any more vulneraries, because plenty of them. Wonderful. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And let's see. You're going to need Lilina for this chapter, in case you didn't know that. You get two new characters potentially in this chapter, one of which who will become the lasting the lasting axe user for my team. So that's kind of exciting. Actually, no. I want OJ to take the brunt of the force over here. I'm actually going to keep Lilina over here, and I'll probably have her get mounted, or you know what I mean. Anyway, she's a child. That's disgusting. Get that out of your brains. Alright. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get cracking. Why not? Jump right in. Chaboo. Alright, so this is Nord, apparently. And there's a dancer. Lalum, huh? This is kind of... This music that is playing right now kind of makes me think of Mario. Like the desert levels. Alright. So apparently they were going off about this dancer. And... Oh, there's ballistas. That's fun. That's not a problem for us. There's a question mark before he said anything. He must be Spanish. Alright. Why is Nord attacking us? Good question. Master Roy! I love to say that. But don't kill more than you have to. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. This is some of my favorite music in the game, but anyway. These bridges are obviously going to pose a problem, as will these guys. The ballistas. And in this game it's a little different, because not only are there ballistas, but there are also killer ballistas, which, as you could guess, do critical damage if they get to you, which makes things pretty tough. So you'll need to mind your P's and Q's. Be very careful. I'm going to pull Lilina over this side with Lance, because he's faster. I'm gonna have him rescue her. And then he's gonna make his way down to this village to get our new character, which is actually one of the best characters, in my opinion. At least for their class. I'm gonna bring Rutger down here, and I'm well aware that he'll be able to handle himself. As well as Lou and Chad. Just be careful. You got to watch the ballistas in this chapter. They will catch you by surprise if you're not paying close enough attention. Keep your healers out of range, obviously. That should go without saying, but you never know. And obviously the bridges are going to make you have to bunch up your units, which can get really irritating. But just be patient and make your way around. As you can see, OJ was a good choice for this part of the chapter. And he's going to get a critical. Boom! Done. Look at that. Look at that! OJ's the man. It's going to be sweet having two Ravens here for too long. And hopefully OJ doesn't do too much damage, because I'd like to spread this experience around with Wendy. That is a goal of mine. I would like to do that, hopefully, with some of the sword users. And there's Rutger showing off his super sweet dodging abilities. Once he becomes a sword master, he's effectively unstoppable with how high his attack stat can become. And wow! 10 damage? Gotta check out this guy's attack stat when we get finished with this turn. It's gotta be up there. That is a... wow. That is a lot of damage. Definitely not what I was expecting. But yeah, this is another good chapter to train your units. It's not really that hard. They start to get pretty complex within the next few. I know I always say that, but they literally do get more and more difficult as time goes on. Especially so once the path split occurs, which is now. This is the beginning of that path split that I spoke of. So whichever one of those things you choose wisely. And there's actually an animation for ballistas in this game, which is kind of cool. In the past there wasn't one. At least in Fire Emblem Just there was not one, but there is now, which is fun for the whole family, right? So we'll see. Unfortunately for Wendy, she is quite terrible. And these guys have hand axes, which will surely decimate her. Which will not leave me very pleased. That's for sure. So we'll need to be careful and tiptoe around here and not get ourselves into unnecessary trouble. But I do foresee us getting a good amount of experience out of this. Let me see. You just gotta watch out for those guys with hand axes, because that's where the vast majority of your trouble is gonna come from. I think I'm actually gonna heal OJ in this turn. Give Saul some experience. Let's see what level he's at. He's at 10 and she's at 8. That's not bad. And then I'll pull Wendy aside here, and then perhaps in the next turn she'll get more of an opportunity. But I definitely want to get Lance down here, at least for the opportunity to just get closer to where our new character is going to show up before too long. The character actually has a relation to another character from Fire Emblem Just, like many of the characters in this game do, but his is especially interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and just pull Lou in here. I really wish Lou would get some hit points. That's one of his weak points here, obviously. But he should be a B in Magic now, or maybe an A. An A, that's pretty good. He has pretty fantastic stats if you look at that. Alright, and hopefully... oh yeah, Alan's going to be all day with the Javelin. Look at that, 17 damage. See, the thing is with Alan, is the reason why I like him so much, is that his attack stat is huge. Strength is just astronomically high. So, if you can actually get him good level ups, he'll do wonderful for you. But that's easier said than done, especially with skill points, for him at least, being few and far between. Alright, so I think I'm just going to park it and let the enemy take their turn here. I figured he'd go after Roy. But Roy's going to dodge. Roy could use to get some skill points too. I haven't given him a level up in a while. This is the first level up I think in like 2 or 3 chapters. Maybe not, that sounds wrong. But yeah, he gets another defense point, which is pretty great. I love defense points. And that guy was going to do 15 damage. That was going to be half of our Half of our life bar in one shot. That's ridiculous. But OJ gets a level up, which is always welcome. Not really a good level up. Kind of like to see some of my characters begin to develop. Ooh, that's kind of ironic. The guy's at killing edge with 31% chance of critical, and Rutger has 7, and he still kills him. This goes to show that Rutger's the man. That's all. And thankfully Rutger dodges. He'll knock this. Oh, and he gets another critical. I'm not even expecting this to happen, but it most certainly is. That is crazy. Ooh, and he gets a defense and resistance point. That is most certainly rare. Thankfully Saul dodges. He's probably going to have to dodge one more here. Yep. Saul's actually pretty good in terms of being able to dodge. He's pretty stock. What am I trying to say? Stocky? Yeah, that's the word. Wow, I totally had a major brain fart there. And the Ballista, like in Fire Emblem, just only has 5 arrows. So don't be too afraid to go after him if you want to. Alright, so I really need to thin these guys out a little bit. But unfortunately, I can't actually get to anybody that I want to. Let's see, 16, 15. Yeah, I could use to give Alan some more levels. He's almost an entire level behind Lance right now, which is not good. And experience at this point is going to be kind of hard to acquire. It's going to be quite thin, so it's going to take a while to do very much. I'm going to pull Rutger back up here because he's hurting a little bit, so nothing better than to give Clarine an opportunity to get experience and to give Rutger a fighting chance. There we go. Ugh, she's going to be one terrible Valkyrie. But that's neither here nor there. See what Lou can do. I don't want him to kill this guy, but I have a feeling he wants to. That's probably what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave. I don't think this guy can actually hit Chad. He's got a decent chance to hit him, but we'll just leave Chad there for the time being. And let's see. Got 3 guys left, and I want to give Wendy experience for attacking one of them. Well, let's see. This could be dangerous. I have Lou, and I need to get rid of this guy. Well, first things first. I'm going to go ahead and just give OJ the complete kill here. Get at least the most troublesome of the 3 out of the way. Give him some good experience, as always. And see, this guy will go down at the hand of Roy. Alright, let's go ahead and try it. Give Wendy an opportunity. Come on. Ugh, gross. Thankfully, that's not a knight-specific weapon that will take those down. Those are always a bummer when that happens. Let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to heal Wendy up, so... hopefully this will work out. Hopefully Roy will get him with his little fencing foil. I try not to give Roy very much experience, as you guys can see, because, like I said previously, if he gets too much experience too early, then it can pose a problem later on when he's just getting no experience fighting in the later chapters, because he promotes super late. Alright, and Lou is now level 15. He's going to be promoting very soon. Gets a defense point. That's more than can be said about some of the physical characters in terms of them getting resistance points. He's doing quite well. Alright, and Merlinus. Okie dokie. I figured he would go after Saul instead of Wendy. And as you can see down there, there's a Berserker, so we're going to have to be careful with him. Alright. And that's that. Maybe Wendy can work some magic here. Alright, and I'm going to pull Lance down here. I don't want to go too fast quite yet. I'm going to progress rather slowly here. See if Chad can't come up here, and yeah, there we go. That'll do 16 damage. That'll leave This guy with 13. I don't think Wendy could do 13 damage, even if I paid her. Nope. Alright, OJ, well, you're probably the better choice here, leaving him with 7 as opposed to 13. That's 6 less, which is more than manageable for Wendy. Although, odds are she won't hit him. Nope, probably not. And I don't think I have anything weak enough to just barely scrape him. So, perhaps Wendy's success will have to wait another day. There are some mercenaries down here. There's 3 of them, so perhaps she will be more successful than this guy. Can only do 18 damage, which is nice. So he wouldn't be able to kill us. She does dodge twice though. That's pretty sweet. Because I have to give her props on the defensive end. Alright, and Alan, since he is lacking in experience ever so much, should probably have given him to the chat actually. Instant retrospect hit me pretty hard. But who cares? Chad can't level up, or can't promote, so just give it to Alan. Alright, so we're going to keep progressing, and we're going to try to progress rather quickly, because I don't remember if there's a turn limit to achieve the Gaiden chapter. If there is one following this, I don't remember. I don't think there is. I don't think that the next Gaiden chapter, I don't believe, is until chapter 12. Oh, here we go! Alright, so this is Geese. He's got purple hair. If you guys remember somebody with purple hair from Fire Emblem Just, this is actually the younger brother of Gates. He was the warrior that I just kind of let get killed off in the arena to show it off. But anyway, this is Geese, who is not a fighter. You'll see what his class is in a moment. He is a pirate. Now, as you can see, he is pretty freaking awesome, because pirates are cool, and because pirates are cool. So anyway, we do have the opportunity to recruit him, and although I do love Together We Ride as the recruitment theme from Fire Emblem Just, this recruitment theme, I don't know, it's got a warm place in my heart. So we are gonna go ahead and hire Geese to show us around these islands, because he apparently got quite the knowledge. He's level 10, and look at these stats. For an axe user, 9 skill, and he's got a brave axe, so that's pretty great. However, I'm gonna have to prevent him from actually using that great brave axe. Why? Because at this juncture, it's a little unnecessary, and he could do much better with the 3 axes that I have here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him trade with Merlinus, and we'll put the brave axe in storage for later when it actually becomes more reasonable of an item with the later chapters requiring more weapons, better tools of the trade. And then we'll take off down here. Let's see. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to jump in too fast. Put Lou down here in first. And we'll get Lena over there before too long. That's the goal. Just gotta liquidate all my troops here. And I think this is gonna be the last turn before I call it a day. And I'll always leave one person left so that way I can end my turn. Alright guys, this is the last you're gonna see of me for today, but there'll be plenty more in the future. Thanks for watching. I've been HST06, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.